Cosmo Logic here. Today I'm going to talk about projecting, but I'm not going to talk about negative projecting. Usually, when people talk about projecting, they talk about other people projecting in a negative way. And what that is, just to sum that up real quickly, let's say you have a person, an example, they lack confidence in doing something, and then they find out you're trying to do what they are unable to do because of their lack of confidence. What they would do is they'll project their lack of confidence onto you or try to and be like, "Oh, you won't be able to do it." You know, that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So people project their insecurities and their weaknesses, unaddressed insecurities and weaknesses onto other people, or they try to. But I'm not going to talk about that. One thing that's real dangerous, I've recently come into knowledge of and awareness, projecting your positive ways, projecting your positive traits on the people. I give you many examples of that. For starters, think about if you're a very patient person and you're dealing with someone and you can project your patience onto them. It might be a scenario where you expect them to be patient, and then when they're not patient, you get frustrated. And you're frustrated, like, "Oh damn, they're so fucking impatient." Now, are you completely frustrated because they're impatient? Or are you subconsciously frustrated because you projected your patience onto them, your positive trait of being patient onto them? This is something I've learned in my journey that I'm very guilty of. I think a lot of human beings are guilty of this. We try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and we subconsciously we assume people are like us in our positive ways. A lot of times, not all the times. A great example for me in my personal experience. One thing I struggle with, I do my best to be fair and objective in life. Am I perfect in being fair? No. Am I perfect in being objective? No, but I do my best to be fair and objective. And there have been many times in my life dealing with relatives and coworkers, friends, whatever, where I'm fair and objective towards those people. I try to be, and they're not fair and objective towards me. And it infuriates me. And then when I calm down and meditate about it, I realize one of the things that's fueling my fury is the fact that I had expectations. I expected them to be like me. I expected them to treat me the way I treated them. I was projecting my traits, my values, my principles onto them. That's a very dangerous thing, because we need to see people for who they are, good and bad, negative and positive. Now, granted, when you're dealing with people you don't know too well, you want to give people the benefit of the doubt. You got to have balance there. You want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but you also want to have your guard up and know that, hey, they might not be how I hope they are or wish them to be. Now, when you're dealing with people you've known for years, what you have to do, you have to remove the filter of seeing them through how you are. You have to remove that filter, and no matter how challenging it is, because it can be challenging, especially when emotions are involved. When you love or care for someone, you don't want to see their ugly side, but you need to remove that filter and see them for who they are, good and bad, positive and negative. Don't be projecting. This is why a lot of people struggle with difficult people. They have a hard time just walking away from difficult people. You know what I'm saying? You might have that. A good example is like relatives. People might have that difficult cousin, and and that cousin's always compromising their peace of mind. That cousin's always compromising, their sanity. And the reason a person might struggle to walk away from that person and keep their distance, because they believe that person will change. What they're doing is they're projecting their ability to change. They're projecting their willingness to change onto that person. So if you've been through some shit where you was on some bullshit, where you struggled, but you knew that you had to change and you made the effort to change, you just assume everybody else is like that. Now, while we all have the power to change, what you got to understand, everybody will not change. Everybody will not see the need to change. Positive projecting is very, very dangerous. Another example of that is, like, for me, I might loan somebody some money. Because when somebody loans me some money, first let me say this, when somebody loans me some money, I always do my best to pay them back when I say I'm going to pay them back. And if I can't pay them back when I say I'm going to pay them back, I'll keep them updated. I'm not going to dodge them. I'm not going to be on no fuck shit. So in my journey, unfortunately, There have been some times where I loaned some people some money, and I was positively projecting onto them that they would, pay the money back in a timely manner and keep me updated like I would do to them. But that wasn't the case. Come the date that they said they were going to fucking pay me my money, I didn't get my money. Then I would get pissed, after I called them and messaged them, they fucking ignore me. Now, yeah, even though my anger is justified because they're on that fuck shit, they're on that bullshit, I also have to get angry at myself because I have to ask myself, how well do I know this person? So if I know them well enough to loan them some money, then there's something about their character and personality should have told me that they was going to be on that fuck shit. I'm not going to say that's the case all the time, but usually you'll see something in a person's character and a personality that's evidence that, hey, they're going to be about this bullshit. I couldn't see that because I was projecting how I am positively onto them and assuming they were going to be like me, expecting them to be like me. So I would challenge everyone, don't project positively how you are as a person. Yes, whatever positive traits we have, if they're really positive, yeah, we wish everybody would be like that. We wish people would be fair, loving, forgiving, and trying to change, but everybody's not like that. We all have positive and negative traits. We all have strengths and weaknesses. Everybody does not have your positive traits. Everybody does not have your strengths. So if you know people real well, remove the filter of you and look at them for who they are completely. And then if you don't know someone real well, it's like, yeah, you try to give them the benefit of the doubt, but balance it by being on guard, hoping for the best that, hey, hope this person comes in a positive way like I would, but be prepared for the worst that, hey, they could be on that fuck shit. This is Cosmo Logic, encouraging you to look deep within yourself and make sure you're not positively projecting your traits on the people, your positive traits on the people. You know what I'm saying? Stay safe. Cosmo Logic out. Peace, prosperity.